Now you may notice I've cut the oil lines off of here. That just made it so much easier to pull the engine out. Since these lines have been on here for about the life of the machine, I'm just going to cut these off here at the ends, and we've got enough line to run up here to clamp on again, so we're not hurting anything losing this much line. I wouldn't do this every single time. If you've got new nice hose, then it's not going to stick on as bad as this old stuff. That's why I cut that off. Alright, now that we got our engine out, I'm going to show you how to remove the head off the engine. We're going to remove the whole top end here, get the head off, get down to the cylinder. We're going to remove all these head bolts up here, so you've got all these on the exterior, and then we'll undo these middle four. For now, I'm just going to leave the valve caps on there. Once we've got those loose, then we'll just do these four here. I like to crisscross these out here and then slowly loosen these two. Then you can come over here with the screwdriver, kind of get up under here and pry that up slightly. You don't want to damage any of this mating surface here, this flat part that goes all the way around, because that will ruin your seal. You could also use something like the back of your ratchet to get up under here and pry up like that, just to pop that top part off. Alright, once you pull the cam chain tensioner, we're going to go ahead and remove these caps, the valve cap, and then pop this head off. Should just come straight up. Then you'll want to clean these surfaces up here and up here and get that old gasket sealer off of there. And then when you install this again, you're going to install a new layer of gasket sealer. So get that all cleaned up. Then you will also have this rubber plug here for your timing inspection plug. That is what that is. Now we're going to come over here to the camshaft and we're going to undo these here. You have to bend these tabs back straight, and then you can undo the bolts that will hold this on. Then we'll bend the tabs back so they lock the bolts, and also use red Loctite on these camshaft bolts. So we'll remove those. You want to make sure that you don't drop anything down in the engine, otherwise you'll have to open it up and get that out of there. So right now I've got this engine at top dead center. I've got the timing mark right here lined up with this mark here. This timing mark here is lined up with the head. Got the cam lobes in the down position, and if you pull your spark plug, you can test in there. You'll feel the piston is up at its top stroke. So that is on the compression stroke too. So compression stroke is your cam lobes are down. Neither one of your valves are moving on that whole stroke. You've got your timing marks lined up here and here. So that's how we're going to disassemble the engine, and also how we're going to reinstall everything back together. You want to make sure that all that is lined up. Alright, once your bolts are off of the camshaft, you can slip that off. Got your chain tensioner removed, so there's no tension on the chain, and we can pull this chain off of here. I want to grab a wire or something so I can keep my chain up here, and I don't want to drop that chain down in the engine. So we're going to pull the camshaft off the top here. This will pop off the little pin here on the camshaft. We can pull our camshaft out of here. So it'll move down to this lower notch, and then we can remove the chain off of it and slip that off the side. Then we can get to our cam shaft right here like this. It should all come out like that. Then you want to keep the chain up, so grab something that you can hold that chain up with, whether you've got a screwdriver or whatever it is. I like to grab a wire that I can hook to the chain and then just loop it out here. Then you can go ahead and clean up these parts. You can use a parts cleaner, degreaser, whatever you want to use. Then you can inspect your cam lobes. These don't look hardly worn at all. These look good. I'm going to go ahead and wipe this down. Then when we reinstall it, we're going to put some oil in each of these slots where this will sit, and even wipe some oil around each of these surfaces when we reassemble, so it has oil in there ready to go. I did notice on this camshaft, this spring here is not up in this notch. I don't know if I pulled that or bumped it. This spring here should be up in this notch. So this will only go one direction. So that spring connects right there on your camshaft. The camshaft has a little pin here which will go in the smallest hole on this ring, and it will lock in right there. Then you've got this tab here and then your two bolts. I like to just snug bolts in everywhere they come out of so I don't lose them, and it keeps everything organized. But that is how this goes, with these two bolts here and this washer tab thing here, and it has these tabs up here that are going to be bent over your bolts, which will lock them in, plus you'll use red Loctite on them. Now we're down to the valve section on the head. You've got a nut here on the back, two up here in the front, and two over here on this side to loosen up before you do the 4 main bolts. So we'll go ahead and undo those. There's also a Torx right here for the cooling line here. I'm going to remove that and get that out of the way. There is a gasket in there, so make sure you have that. Account for that. It should just stay in the cylinder, but there is a gasket right in there for this cooling line. Alright, then two 10mm bolts down here. We'll get those loosened up, and then two 10mm bolts over here. Now I just have them all loose. Then we can undo these up here. And I'm going to slowly loosen them in a crisscross pattern so we're evenly loosening the head. That's those 4. Then you can go ahead and remove those nuts the rest of the way. I just like to leave them on just so the head's coming off evenly and straight. 2 over there, 2 over here. So you have 4 10mm ones and 1 13mm one here on the back. Now another thing you'll want to account for is this camshaft alignment key here. That slips right in this slot and it keeps the camshaft from moving in and out. So make sure you don't lose that. Keep that with your camshaft, and I like to keep all my parts organized, keep them all in boxes or laid out so I know what order they're all going in. Alright, we'll go ahead and loosen these up. come off pretty easily. There are 2 alignment pins underneath, so just take into account for those. And then you'll have to hold your chain. You can just get to it between here with your screwdriver or something to hold it up. And then this top end will slide right off. I'm going to slip something in for my chain. Then I can slide this top end out. You do have a cam chain guide there as well. And make sure that your gaskets don't get hung up on these pins, on the bolts that are coming out of this bottom of this. So you can see you've got your head bolts here. You've got a gasket for each of those. Then you have these mounting bolts that are attached to the head. So we're going to clean this all up, keep it organized, all our bolts, slip those back on so you don't lose those. Then when you reassemble, just make sure you pull these off, otherwise you'll have some trouble getting it back together. Alright, you can see here on this engine we've got some damage to the piston. I'll go ahead and pull these gaskets off. You'll wipe these gaskets down or replace them. Check them to make sure they aren't damaged in any way. If they are bent or ripped, you'll want to replace them. These look okay, so I'm going to just clean them up. Down here you can see that the piston head itself here is damaged right here. We've got shards of it all up here in the top, so we'll need to clean that all out. These rubber gaskets from the head bolts, going to make sure to grab all those and don't lose those down in the engine. On the top end, your head bolts will just come out. There is a crush washer on each one, so account for that. Some people say to keep these in order. These are all for the same size and length. I'm going to take those off and clean those up. And as you can see under here, in the top of here, we've got some gouging from all those parts that got beat up in here with the piston. I'm going to make sure that the surfaces are good here. If they're not, I'm going to have to replace this whole top. Go through here. It looks pretty decent, so I may just be able to smooth these out. Sand this surface down again, and it should still be good. If these gouges were out here any further into this ring here, I would replace this, but I'm going to see if I can salvage this. I'm going to rotate my cylinder so it is down a little bit. I'm going to make sure this jug in here isn't cracked, but it looks like it has a crack right here. That's noticeable right off. Trying to clean up these metal shavings and try not to get them down in the engine. So I drop the cylinder down a little bit so they'll just stay right here, then I can clean them out. Right, so I'm going to pull this whole jug off. I pulled the piston down a little bit, so I'll have to put some pressure on here to get it to come back up. There's 2 10mm nuts right here, so you'll loosen up those. You'll just remember to keep your chain out. You don't want to lose that down in there and have to fish it out. You got a cam chain tensioner here, so kind of get that loose there. You have your chain looped up here so it doesn't fall in, and then you can just work the cylinder up. There are locating pins that go inside these holes here, so you may have to pry it up off of that a little bit. You don't want to scratch up your surface, so you want to be careful on this. Just gently pry up on that. or use a plastic pry bar. We do still have our piston in here, so we may have to push that down. Got our cam chain out of the way, so we can just work on the cylinder. You have this cam chain guide here in the cylinder. You can slip that up like this. There are these pins here. Alright, little trick here, you can grab some wood blocks that are the same size, slip those in there, and then when you rotate your piston around, put our wood blocks on either side of the cylinder. Get those lined up like that, and then as you pull the piston down, you're pressing on those blocks. Now you've got your piston all the way down. You can see your piston now is all the way down to the bottom of the cylinder here, so then you can work it out that way. And then there you've got your cylinder jug loose. You can get in here. There's a little pin, and there are these little snap ring things in here. Just pop those out. Pop it out on one side, and then you can slide that pin through from the other side. Alright, then you can press this pin all the way out of here. You'll get this off the crankshaft, and that is the piston head right there. You have the rings around here. You can see that this one is damaged pretty badly, so we will replace this with a new one. Alright, that is how to remove the head. I will check the tolerance on this crankshaft. If it is out of spec, then I'll probably have to replace the whole crankshaft in here, but hopefully it's okay. We've got the cylinder out, we've got the piston out, we've got the head out, the gaskets, all our bolts organized, chain tensioners, head bolts, and our top end and caps, camshaft and the tensioner. Try to keep everything organized so you know how it's going back together. But that is how to remove the top end on your ATV. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. Be sure to subscribe, follow along, and I'll see you guys in the next video.